So for number one, your card is heal. Wounds need to be acknowledged before they can heal, especially those unseen. Give yourself the time, space, whatever is necessary to regain your wholeness. Self-love involves knowing yourself deeply and taking responsibility for whatever you need right here, right now. Self-love means self-care, not selfishness, focusing on the well-being of the most important person in your life. How can anything else take precedence over a viable, radiant, fully functional you? Healing requires acknowledgement of the wounds and unhealthy patterns we grapple with, such as downplaying our needs, running from conflict, accepting abuse, ignoring our worth, or relying on other people's approval. Fortunately, as adults, we can choose to heal and empower ourselves by releasing these patterns and embracing newer, healthier habits. Every one of us has experienced trauma, difficulties, and loss in this life. Learning coping mechanisms based on past environments and authority figures. Despite their best intentions, our parents, teachers, and role models may not have given us the support and guidance we needed because they themselves were wounded. This card may appear when a wound needs addressing, when a new way of healing is developing, or when an old issue is ready to be faced and released. Embrace your power and find your freedom. Use your maturity, your resources, your time, and your energy to move beyond these wounds once and for all. Each journey toward wholeness is going to be unique. What is important is that you remember your wholeness, your birthright to love, health, and abundance. Reach for it in whatever form you feel ready to explore. You're worth it. Thank you for listening. Card number one. For card number two, it's get up. No matter how far we have fallen, we must try again. All is not lost until we give up. It's easy to be strong when things are going well. It's during disappointments and setbacks that we face the real test of our resolve and endurance. Difficult as it may be, each time we stumble, we have an opportunity to pick up ourselves back, reaffirm our goals, and learn how to adjust our action plan. We have a second chance to get it right the next time around. Whenever you find yourself facing another setback, check in with your motivations and circumstances. Did I have a blind spot? Was I overly optimistic or underprepared? Was I fueled by ego or by a true desire to evolve for my own good? Did I listen to the available advice? And if not, can I still apply it? What would I do differently if I had it to do over again? Difficult situations are challenging in the moment, but offer feedback in the long term, teaching us to pay attention, to take more control, to try new avenues. Honor your instincts and any misgivings you may have. Sometimes things are too good to be true, but trust and love yourself enough to know that the universe is ultimately designed to support, not to hinder. Practicing self-love means not giving up on the dreams that really matter to you. It also means recognizing that you always have a room to grow and lessons to learn along the way. One step at a time. You've got this. Thank you, card number two. Hello, card number 3. So your card says, listen to feedback. Nothing can make you feel small unless you allow it. What you take from feedback and how you respond is entirely within your control. Feedback from the people or situations around us is nothing to fear. It's simply wisdom wrapped in experience. Everything we experience is the result of the choices we've made, informing our present and future choices. Though feedback is a teacher, it's ultimately up to us to apply its lessons. The feedback that we receive from others can be a mixture of good stuff that makes us proud and bad stuff that troubles us. Comments on a personal aspect of us or perhaps about the quality of our work. We get feedback from strangers who don't know us at all, acquaintances who may think they know us, and close loved ones who may know us better than we know ourselves. So we should use our discernment to note which opinions to pay attention to. When we get uncomfortable feedback from a trusted source or are surprised by a difficult experience, it's useful to disengage our ego and learn what we can from it in an objective manner. This is especially important to consider if you keep getting certain feedback or meeting a certain type of person repeatedly. Important messages will continue to reappear until we stop avoiding or denying them and listen. Fortunately, we can learn how to adjust our responses so that we start getting different feedback. We can teach ourselves to weather these difficulties and then decide how to respond. We are always in control of that choice. Thank you, card number 3. Hello, card number 4. Your card says, spend time alone. All decisions must be made by yourself. Give yourself the time and space to seek the answers within rather than without. You may be surrounded by too many external influences at the moment and thus unable to connect with and listen to your own heart. Take some time away to be by yourself. It is okay to take a break. It is okay to turn down social invitations, to go home early from work, to get takeout for supper, to read a book, to watch a movie alone. If you need to ask for the time away, then do so. Make self-care and self-connection a priority now, today, in whatever capacity you can manage. The quantity of alone time does not matter as much as the quality. Quality is determined by whether we are still running away from ourselves by using distractions, or whether we are giving ourselves our full and undivided attention. Perhaps it will take a quiet room with a pen and paper to write down our thoughts and dreams. Or perhaps it will require hiking, jogging, or cycling out in nature, where our thoughts can work themselves out while our bodies are engaged in activity. Sometimes we may need a weekend alone at the beach or in silent meditation. We need the quiet spaces where the inner promptings from the heart can be heard. For each of us, this may mean something different. What's important is to allow yourself the time and space to listen to the voice within. Thank you, card number 4.